When I was a kid, we used to play in vacant lots. Hold on. There's nobody else here. What the heck? When I was a kid, we used to play in vacant lots. About the size of a block, maybe a couple blocks. And they dumped dirt in the lot, and we'd make ramps for our bikes, and we'd jump off them, we'd skin our knees, we'd have great times. There were never names to our playgrounds, though there were playgrounds, but, you know, after a certain point in life, playgrounds are meant for kids younger than you, and so you go to the vacant lots, or to the construction sites that aren't done, or to the vacant buildings, wherever you can. Now, I know it was a different time. This was in the 1970s. But in my heart, the best places to play have always been the places without names. Now, right now, I am at the Anaheim Hills Elementary School, home of the Panthers. Right down that way is where I used to hike at Santiago Oaks Regional Park. Back that way, unless I'm mistaken, somewhere is Irvine Park. Between all of that and behind all of this is a really big empty area with trails, which you can't see from this angle, and a little bit of hiking to be had. And to be honest with you, I needed to get out. I needed to clear my head a little bit. See, hold on. I'm not even hiking yet, and I'm already thirsty. See, last night, my wife and I went to a candlelight vigil in memory of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who, if you've been paying attention to this channel, I spoke about at some length. And it was fine going to a vigil. It was great. There were about 20 or so people there in a city of, in a county of hundreds and hundreds of thousands. The only protest I could find, the only gathering I could find in Orange County, about 20 people amongst hundreds of thousands. To say that I despaired would not be an exaggeration. And then there was this guy, this one white guy. It's always some fucking white guy. Pardon my French. But it's always some, entitled white asshole who had to tell everybody that they couldn't be there. They were breaking the rules. We were on a public site, on the street. About 20 or so people. But he had to get his licks in telling us we were bad people for remembering the death of someone who had contributed so much to our country. Yeah. So my feeling about where the country is at right now ain't great. I looked around for some march, some protest, something today. But apparently, while the right is moving towards demolishing our democracy, the left is busy writing checks because they've got to pay for this election that isn't going to happen. I don't think. See, here's the thing. I firmly believe that when a sociopath tells you they're going to do something, you should listen to them because they will do it. And Trump, the Republicans control the executive branch, and right now they control the Senate. And Trump needs no favors from Democrats. All Trump needs to do is say, I want a new justice in the Supreme Court, and the Senate will anoint, whatever the fuck you want to call it, this new justice, who is probably going to be some fucker's pool boy. Anybody who will do exactly what Trump wants him to do, and then they'll have the executive branch, the judicial branch, and the Supreme Court. Sorry, the executive branch, the legislative branch, and the Supreme Court. I just realized what I did there. And that's it. Game over. That's the end. If they don't want to have an election, they don't have to have an election. And so here I am in Orange County, which used to be the hotbed of Republicanism, but now the Republicans say, oh, the liberals have taken it over. I don't see it. I don't see it. Nobody's doing a goddamn thing. And since one guy walking does not make a march, I decided I'm going to go to this place where I've been dying to just go and check it out. And we've got like about 3 days of relatively okay weather, mid-80s. So as you notice, I am not dressed in my traditional hiking garb. This is not a traditional hiking video, but I thought I'd take you up on the hillside with me and check out this new area a little bit and see what it holds. This is not a hiking video. The hiking video is probably going to be tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. I plan to carve out a good section of the day and just go and walk and see what it holds. But until then, for about an hour or so, there's a hilltop back there with my name on it, and you're coming with me. So come on, let's go. Okay, there's supposed to be an entrance to the trail, but I think we have to go all the way back to the street to get to it. So let's go this way. There it is. I missed the entrance. This is not easy to find.
That's right. I fell down.
Okay, so I should tell you that I just, like so many times when I was a child, slipped and skinned my knee like you would not believe. So my trekking pole has been reduced to about 2 feet because I really leaned into it as I fell, which helped exactly what it's supposed to do. It helped break my fall exactly like it's supposed to. So give me a minute. I'm going to fix this, and then we'll get going up there. So, I haven't been out hiking that much or walking that much, and I gotta tell you, I'm already out of breath, and my knee's skinned, and I'm considering how nice my sofa is at this moment. But I wanted to show you, if I can get it. Let's see, where are we? Shite. So I think that hill back there, that one, is the hill I used to hike over at Anaheim Hills. And when I first started hiking, that was my first place. And so a lot of this is actually just combining where I used to hike and expanding where I used to hike. Now, is there an easier way to find this? I'm sure there is. Because to me, it's just the new vacant lot that I'm playing in. I saw one sign that said this is also Santiago Oaks. Santiago Oaks would be right there. So it's entirely possible. But on the map, it is not marked as such. And I gotta tell you, it gets hot up here. So you may be wondering why the buff instead of the hat. Because my hair has gotten ungodly long. And my hat can no longer contain my hair. So, and in case you're wondering, yes, it's very smoky still. Usually you could see way past all of this. So that's why I'm not staying out very long. Well, I should say that's another reason why. One reason is I'm just fucking lazy. But this is really good and really easy. If you live in Orange County, this is so easy to do. Maybe not the climbing, but the getting to and the trying of it. So I encourage everyone to get out and experience, if not their world, at least their city, at least their county. Get out and find the unknown places. And then tell me about them so I can find them. Oh, we're getting a better view of Orange County coming up. I'm almost at the top of this rise. Which is one of the reasons why I keep talking. Just to keep your attention while I break my back. Oh, Lordy, I gotta show you. There's a peak over there with a beautiful rock. We'll get to that in a minute. But we won't climb it today. But here we are at the top of this conjunction of trails. So as I look west, all I see is smoke. Smoke, 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 smoke. So much smoke that I'm gonna have another drink of water because the air does not taste particularly wonderful. It is not crisp and clean. And I'd sense that I taste a hint of caffeine. I dropped the lid to my water. But it dropped bottom side down. So you know it's not gonna be a shitty day. Except there's a little sand, there's a little, I can feel the grit when I'm putting the hat back on anyway. So back there, or I should say up there, there's a beautiful rock. There's people sitting up there. There's people enjoying it. I'm thinking that may be us tomorrow. Possibly. But I wanted to head down this way. Why? Well, let me tell you. There's a sign over here with writing that will tell me where I am. Wow, this is crazy. Yeah, we're right on Santiago Oaks. I can see a trail I used to hike in. Right down that way. Hike on. Right down that way. And it's beautiful, this back country. Look at this. This is all the back country of Orange County. We will be exploring a lot of that. It'll take some time. I'm in terrible shape. Did you see me walking up to the camera? My figure is a circle. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're getting out. I hope you're amongst nature, if not people. That's the other thing about the vigil last night that really ticked me off, because NBC News and ABC News were both there with their cameras, and when the vigil was over, they said, hey, why don't you all get close together and we'll take your picture. And wouldn't you know, everybody except me, all bunched up together like a bunch of rats, just because they were lured by the bauble of celebrity. Makes me want to throw up. Hi. But seriously, man, 6 feet apart and a mask. Not or, and. You're protecting yourself from a pandemic, not from a possible awkward moment. So here it is. This is Santiago Oaks Park moving forward, as you can see on the sign. So, over there is where I used to hike, and may again. I really want to switch hands, but my trekking pole's on my right hand, so hold on a second. Now you can watch me walk up it and pant and die. So always a fun time on Ken's videos. The other thing I can tell you that has nothing to do with politics is that my 15th year wedding anniversary with my beautiful wife, Vicky, is coming up at the end of this week. And so you'll probably hear me talking a little bit about that, because my wife's the best. I lucked out in a way that most people only do in Las Vegas. And the funny thing is she does in Las Vegas. She's amazing, and I'm stopping here because there's a bunch of people over there. And I'm not wearing my mask. So I'm gonna turn the camera around, give you another shot of Orange County and the back roads and all that before we stop. So, look at this.
And that's it. Thanks for coming around, and I hope you subscribe, click the like button, and connect with me on all that social media business on the screen.